on the beautiful campus of Rochester University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to a new season in Warriors basketball as Rochester University tips off the 2023 campaign against the 2-1 Lambton Lions. Rochester won 20 games last season, finishing tied for third in the WAC. They were picked preseason second here in 2023 and received votes in the national rankings. It's the Warriors and the Lions next on the Rochester Sports Network. We are tipped off on the 2023 season. Three-pointer from the near side by J.K. Thomas. At the point with it is Brody Parker, sends it near corner. Three is up. Off the rim, no good from Gunnar Walters. Kick it back outside. Brody Parker steps back. Swing it around the perimeter. 3 too strong from Brandon McRena. Drive baseline, turns, puts up the shot. Heavy shot there from Jerry Wilson. Away with it comes Anthony Shukai. It's Parker, Shukai, Gunnar Walters, Stavros Polatoglu, and Brandon McRena, the 5 to start for the Warriors here to begin the 2023 season. 3-2 in possession with it is the Lions, and J.K. Thomas, he'll rise for three again, this time off the rim, no good. Good defense from Brody Parker. Has it in transition, he'll pull up baseline and buries it for the Warriors. For the Lions, J.K. Thomas, Jerry Wilson, Albin Gashi, and Jack Thorup, along with Georgi Nedelkoff. Three-pointer from Nedelkoff, no good. Away and running are the Warriors. They'll pull up for three, and it's through. Seven-3 Warriors early. Shukai switches off. They'll swing it around the perimeter, back in the hands of Thomas. He'll pull up three, bangs it off the back of the iron. Here comes Shukai through the lane, goes up, and he'll get fouled on his way to the hoop. .212 into our ball game. 7-3 our score. First basket of the ball game was a triple by J.K. Thomas. 7 unanswered by the Warriors. They'll send it into the corner for Shukai. Can't connect on the three. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Polatoglu. Polatoglu with his first basket. Check that second basket, has 4 on the game. Brody Parker with a game-high 5 out of the gate. Thorup hit with the foul. It'll be a baseline inbound as Walters sends it near side and through. Brody Parker for 3. Give the assist to Walters on the inbound feed. Rising from just above the elbow was Jerry Wilson. Brody Parker steps back against Wilson. Driving Shukai, he'll kick it to the corner. McRena wide open 3. Shukai the offensive rebound, put back no good. Right to left come the Lions, stutter step, pull up jumper, rebound McRena. McRena previously attended Urbana University and Henry Ford Community College. 3. Brody Parker triples, 15-3. Warriors 15 unanswered, leads to a timeout on the floor called by Lambton College. will step aside 15-3 with 16:27 to go in the first half from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. Out of the timeout called by Lambton College, 15-3 is our score. Brody Parker, a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor, has 11 points already for the Warriors for the transfer out of Oakland University. Off and running is Shukai. He'll kick it to the red-hot Parker. And the first miss of the game for number 1 for the Warriors, Brody Parker, driving in, laying it up, laying it in, and the foul, J.K. Thomas. Thomas with all 5 of Lambton's points early on. Just a tick inside of 16 minutes to play in the first half. Homecoming weekend for the Warriors. Women's volleyball had a match earlier this afternoon against Northwestern Ohio as the free throw from Thomas is up and good. He has 6. Warriors women's basketball team will be in action after the conclusion of this one as Polatoglu with the floater in the lane, no good. Stepping back with it was Thomas. Down the lane, easy lay-in for Jerry Wilson. And the first player for the Lions not named J.K. Thomas in the scorer's book. 3 on the way. Can't connect on it was Brett White. Excellent crowd on hand here at Garth Pleasant Arena. The student section just below us to our left, out in excellent numbers in all red, as it's a red out here inside the arena. Into the corner it goes. They'll come down low for James Fisher. He'll back his man down, go with the left hook. Slotted it off the front of the rim. Away with it comes J.K. Thomas. Tries to sky it high off the backboard. Pulled down by Brett White. Parker, baseline drive, goes inside for the slam. James Fisher rocks the rim. Excellent way to get your first basket of the season for 24, James Fisher. 11 for Parker as the jump shot good. Polatoglu has 4 for the Warriors, Fisher with 2. Jumper from Shukai, can't find the range. Right to left comes Lambton College, driving in. Thomas draws some contact, no call. He missed the shot. Gunnar Walters comes away with it. He'll send it all the way across. Wide open 3 for White. Yes, sir! Brett White hits the 3, 20-10. Just inside of 14 minutes to play in the first half. Another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. Warriors up 10 on the Rochester Sports Network. A Brett White three sent us to the timeout, 20-10, just inside of 14 minutes to play in the first half. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Send it outside for Thorup. Brody Parker with 11, Pulatoglu with 4 to lead the Warriors, and they've come out hot from three-point range, 4 of 9, good for 44% from three, a team that shot just over 36% from three a year ago, and traveling with it was Brett White that time. Warriors shooting 44% from three. They're the same from the field. And there's that man again, J.K. Thomas, doing everything he can to keep his Lions in it in this first half. He has 9 of their 13 points, shooting 2 of 4 from three-point range. Had the first shot and first basket of our contest was a 3. Since then, a 20-10 run for the Warriors. In the hands of J.K. Thomas now. He'll send it inside, swatted away, and out of bounds by James Fisher. Fisher a year ago averaged 6.6 points per game. Played in all 30 contests for the Warriors, was named to the all-freshman team in the WAC. Inbound comes to Jack Thorup. One too many dribbles that time by Jerry Wilson, off and running, lay it up, lay it in, counted in the foul for Braylon Toney. Toney gets the bucket, he'll head to the stripe. The foul on Jack Thorup. For Thorup, his second free throw is good from Braylon Toney. And just like that, Braylon Toney with 3 points on one play, averaged just over 4 points per game last season. At the free throw line, extra pass down low, going up for the shot and getting fouled. Kozlinski on the shot attempt. Baseline inbound. Turning with it is Nedjelkov. He'll rise, fire, and fill it up. Initially looking to pass that time was 33 for the Lions. Instead decided to just make the play happen himself. Marzette scoops on the layup. Whistle and a foul before that. Kalen Marzette will head near sideline for the inbound. Triggers in for Walters. 20 on the shot clock. 12-10 to go in the half. Dump it inside Fisher. He'll kick it back outside for Marzette. And he rings in the 3. It's raining threes inside of Garth Pleasant Arena as Fisher rejects that shot right at the rim. Here comes Marzette, steps through and kisses it off the glass. Back-to-back buckets for Kalen Marzette. He has 5. Flying to the baseline, laying it up, no. But a foul as tumbling to the floor goes J.K. Thomas. J.K. Thomas is the man that the Warriors will be tasked with slowing down this afternoon. Leads the OCAA in points per game, came in just a touch under 31 per game. Currently sits at 9. First free throw gives him 10. with this free throw. If he can put it through, would tie Brody Parker with a game-high 11. Parker 3 of 4 from three-point range to start the game. 4 of 5 from the floor overall. Second free throw from Thomas. Rattles around a couple times but falls. Three on the way from the feed of Braylon Toney. Another three for the Warriors as Brett White connects for the second time. 6 points for Brett White. He's 2 for 2 from three-point range. And the Warriors lead it by 14. An extra step on that drive by Gashi. $11-13 to go in the half. Warriors by 14. First game of the 2023 season for them. This is the fourth game on the year for Lambton. They come in a 2-1 record. Marzette kicks it out. White for three. You betcha! 3 for 3 for Brett White from three-point range, and it's a 17-point lead. J.K. Thomas drives to the baseline, lost the handle, stolen by White. He'll rip it back from White. Driving in, lays it up, and scores it, and will tag on the foul to that. Again, J.K. Thomas doing everything he can, has 13 now to lead everyone. Trying to keep his team in this ball game. Free throw is good, gives him an even 14. And he's a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Driving is Marzette. Draws a second defender to him. Does not matter. He scores on the lay-in. Marzette up to 7. Driving again. A couple twos going at it. Scoring is Thomas against Braylon Toney. And we're seeing in real time why J.K. Thomas averages almost 31 per game. Back into the ball game is Brody Parker. He'll drive, scoop, and score, leaving right where he left off to start the game. Give him 13 on 5 of 6 shooting. Zip it all the way across. They'll go into the corner. 3 is up from Gashin, no good. Rebound pulled down. Coming left to right is Braylon Toney. Little out of control that time from Brody Parker. Loses the handle and out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. 9:36 to go in the half. 38-22. Warriors in front from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Out of the media timeout, 9:30 to go in the first half, 38-22. Warriors have been in full control of this one. J.K. Thomas doing everything he can to keep his team in it. in this first half of play. Bumping a foul as Albin Gashi went on a drive. Gashi, an opportunity to get in the scorer's book for the first time today, spins the first free throw out. In the opener for Gashi, had 5 points on just 2 of 3 shooting that day. Currently 0 for 2 shooting to start this one. Second free throw pops off the rim. He goes 0 for 2 at the line. And away with it comes Macrina. For Shukai, on a cut, Brody Parker. Macrina gets caught up in the lane. Outside Marzette. Fisher backing in, sends it back outside for Parker. On a drive, floats it up. Can't connect this time. Just the second miss for Brody Parker. And a carry against Lambton. Gunnar Walters comes in for Colleen Marcette. Walters, a second-team All-Conference selection last year, was also newcomer of the year in the WAC. 15 on the possession clock, 8.5 to go in the half. Walters behind a screen from Fisher. Baseline drive from Shukai. Up faked a couple times, had his shot blocked. 2 on the clock, 1 puts it up and bangs it off the side of the rim. Outlet goes to J.K. Thomas. He'll pull up for 3, and he got it. Check that, they'll say it's a long 2. Just did put his foot down on that line. Fisher gives off to Walters. Walters tries a 3, got it. Thomas just did miss getting a 3 of his own at the other end. Warriors connect on one of their own, and they continue their hot streak from 3-point range. 8 of 13 from 3-point range for the Warriors. That's 61.5%. They're shooting 55% from the floor overall, and that's led to a big lead, 41-24 as the inbound comes to Jerry Wilson. He'll drive on Macrina. Macrina went straight up on him, forced a bad shot. He'll get the pass in transition, up with the right hand, and score it for Brandon Macrina. The first basket of the ball game for Macrina. He's 1 for 3 now on the game. Triple try, no. For Macrina, 9.9 points per game a year ago, shot 37% from 3-point range. At the other end, lay it up, no. Rebound comes off to Pulatoglu. Tried to rip a pass down low. Brody Parker corrals it for 3. My goodness, Brody Parker. 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting. He's 4 for 5 from 3-point range. Rising, firing, too strong from J.K. Thomas. Thomas leads everybody with 18. Macrina drives in, kick it back outside, shoot guy for 3. Tie up inside, going for that rebound. Looks like we'll stay at this end. 46-24 our score. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Baseline inbound for the Warriors. 6:23 to go in the half. J.K. Thomas, a game-high 18 points. Jerry Wilson has 4 for the Lions. Brody Parker with 16. Brett White has 9 thanks to 3 for 3 from three-point range. And Colleen Marzette with 7 points of his own. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. Inbound comes all the way out near midcourt. Poked loose, nearly stolen by J.K. Thomas. Marzette comes back in as the inbound comes to Walters. Walters with 3 points on the game, and he'll double that total, give him 6. 2 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 3 from three-point range. 49-24. And this has been a Lambton offense that has been red hot to start the year, averaging 99 points per game over in the OCAA. Wilson at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. 6:05 to go in this opening half. Braylon Toney comes back in. Looks like he'll spell Gunnar Walters. Second free throw is through for Jerry Wilson. Swinging around for Braylon Toney, looking to go down low with it. Pick from Polatoglu. McRena goes down low for him. Try to go dribble, handoff to Braylon Toney. We'll get a reach in and a foul. Clock stops with 5:44 to go. Polatoglu will head to the free throw line. Played and started every game last year for the Warriors. First free throw off the heel, no good. It was a 1-and-1 situation for the Warriors. Wilson tried to make a move against Braylon Toney, lost the handle, regains control just above the free throw line, let it go. Marzette got a hand on it. The Warriors come away with it. Driving Shukai, baseline, got it! Shukai last year, just about 12.5 points per game, shot 44.8% from the floor. Has had a pretty nice start to the 2023 season here this afternoon. Pull up, Marzette, no. Driving middle, steps through. Can't hit the shot. Offensive rebound with 18 on the clock. Pull up off the backside of the rim. Pulled down by Shukai. And that's a guy, as he collects his 5th rebound of this half, that you'd like to see going. Just a moment ago when he hit that layup, his first basket of the game. Now 1 for 7 shooting. Marzette tries a 3, too strong. Nearly got his own miss. Stepping away with it, though, was Jack Thorup. Rebound tapped around by Polatoglu. Away with it comes Shukai. Inside of 4 to play in the half. 51-26 Warriors. Student section getting back on its feet. Rise and fire, triple. And there he goes. Shukai triples. Back-to-back buckets for number 3 gives him 5 on the game. 54-26. Timeout called with 3:49 to go in the half. We'll step aside on the Rochester Sports Network. all Rochester in this first half of play from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen MacDonald here with you. Season opener, home opener for the Warriors today on homecoming weekend here at Rochester University. Women's basketball team will be in action about 6:30 later on this evening as Braylon Toney scores on the layup. Warriors volleyball team in action earlier today against Northwestern Ohio. And a steal for Toney. He's off and running. Sends it all the way across for Magrina. Warriors will settle in on offense. Shukai trying to go 3 for 3. You betcha! Number 3 has hit his last 3 shots in the game. He's now 3 of 9. And he comes away with the basketball here. Has 8 points. Gets some contact, goes up with the shot, no call, and missed the shot. Driving in. And lost the handle along the baseline. Will stay at this end. 2:37 to go in the half. Toney looking to get it in. He finds White. 17 still on the shot clock, so he'll back out with it. To Brody Parker. He'll drive in. Tried to float it up, no. Outlet goes to J.K. Thomas. He's a threat to pull up in transition. He'll drive right in on Parker. Skies up the shot, no. Bit under control that time. And you can see the speed that Thomas plays with, just not totally under control with that last shot, trying to go right at Brody Parker. 2:13 to go in the half, 59-26. Brandon Magrina will step to the line. Has 2 points so far on the game, just 1 for 3 from the floor. Has 5 rebounds though. First free throw's up and good. J.K. Thomas with a game-high 18 points. Brody Parker on the other side for the Warriors with 16. Shukai has 8 and 8 rebounds. Also 3 assists as well. 2 at the line for Brandon Magrina. And he'll come away with the board here. 2 minutes to go in the first half from Garth Pleasant Arena. Magrina sends it to the far corner. They'll go down low, Pulatoglu. Little give and go that time with Braylon Toney. Pass stolen away. White skips it over. Magrina, corner 3. Got the 3. The threes have not stopped falling in this first half. The Warriors shooting over 63% from distance. Make that 65%. They're 13 out of 20. Nearly turned it over in the corner. Throw up a wild shot with the right hand, no. Putback try doesn't go either, but a whistle and a foul as Jerry Wilson hits the deck. 8th team foul against Rochester in this first half. There's 1:18 to go in the half. The Lions are 6 of 8 from the free throw line. First one off. Couple of subs for the Warriors as Fisher and looks like Colleen Marzette comes in. Second free throw does find its way through. 64-27. Marzette feeds it over Brody Parker. Marzette stutter steps, Works all the way to the rim. Too easy for Kalen Marzette. Marzette, a senior from Detroit, in his second year at Rochester after transferring from Permian Basin down in Texas. 46 seconds to go in this first half of play. 66-27. Caleb Bird into the game for Rochester. He's in there with Parker, Marzette, Fisher, and looks like Trey Payne down in the near corner as well. Parker through a screen from Fisher. He'll spin, lay it up over his head, nearly got it to fall, but it pinballed around and out. And now about a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lambton can hold for the final shot. Check that. Looks like about a second difference, so they will have to get a shot away with about 1.5 seconds. With it is Wilson. Steps back on Parker. He'll pull up for three. And that will do it. Shot clock expires. Game clock expires on this first half. 66-27 our score through the first half of play. Get you some stats from that first 20 minutes of action. A high-paced 20 minutes. Warriors go 65% from three-point range. They also had a +9, check that, +11 advantage in total rebounds. J.K. Thomas leads the game with 18 points, but Brody Parker for the Warriors just behind him with 16, while Shoot Guy for the Warriors added 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. 66-27 our score at the half from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. Second half underway between the Warriors and the Lions of Lambton College. If you missed the first half of play, you missed a lot. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network. Send it inside for McRena. He cleans up his own miss and gets it to go. Back in that first half of play, the Warriors knocked down 13 threes, good for 65%. Brody Parker led the Warriors with 16. He went 4 of 5 from three-point range, while Anthony Shukai started out cold, 0 for 7, but then knocked down his last 3 shots. He finished with 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in the first half. Parker comes away with it. Warriors will work right to left across your screen in this second half. Working around the perimeter on an off-ball screen for McRena. He'll try a 3, comes up short. Again, comes away with his own miss. Hooking it up, no, from Shukai. Catching a body was J.K. Thomas. Hitting the floor is Brody Parker. Brody Parker already showing the kind of impact he can have on this Warriors team this season. Averaged 6.2 points per game as a sophomore at Oakland. Played 36 games for the Golden Grizzlies. Just a minute 8 into this second half. Again, like to remind you, it's homecoming weekend for the Warriors. Women's basketball team will be in action just about an hour from now. They'll take on Lambton College women's team. Free throw is good from McRena. Second free throw to hit 70 is pure. 70-27. McRena up to 11. He joins Brody Parker in double figures. Marzette and White each have 9 for the Warriors. McRena to Walters. Walters will go on a drive, send it back outside. Some back and forth passing between those two. Pulling up for 3 went Walters. After he and McRena just back and forth, couple passes. Corner 3 on the way for Lambton. Spins out. Parker looked at the 3, he'll step back. 18 on the shot clock. McRena thought about the 3, he'll drive, hooks with the right hand, and scores it. McRena to 13 points, also has 8 rebounds. Rip a pass inside at the free throw line. Trying to drive was Jerry Wilson. 3 off the backboard, spins around and out. Away with it comes Shukai. He's off and running and scores it off glass. Shukai up to 10 points now. Also has 9 boards. Cross court at McRena, wide open 3. All of a sudden, McRena getting hot in the second half. He's knocked down a couple shots. He's 5 of 10 from the floor, has 16 points to tie Brody Parker. Wilson tries the 3, no good. Rebound McRena. Parker alone in the corner. Got the three. Far corner triple. Brody Parker to 19 points. That's a game-high 19. He passes J.K. Thomas. Thomas tried to scoop on the layup at the other end. Off and running McRena somehow kept that ball in play. Wilson drives on Walters. The floater rims out. McRena, three, hand in his face, doesn't matter. Brandon McRena sinks the triple. This is a Warriors team that a year ago shot 36% from three. They're up over 64% for the day. They're 16 of 25. Meanwhile, Lambton, 2 of 14. One of those two was the very first shot of the ball game from J.K. Thomas. His free throw spins out. Braylon Toney comes in. He'll replace Brody Parker. Second free throw from Thomas finds the bottom. 15:50 to go in the game. Send it across court. Politolu, inside reverse. Brandon McRena showing off the arsenal to start the second half. Driving goes Thomas. Floater good for Nedeljkov, excuse me. Toney turned, saw nobody was on him, stepped up, took the shot with the left hand. Thomas got caught up in the air, had to get rid of it. Held in by Lambton and Jerry Wilson. Elbow jumper falls. Nedeljkov sinks another. Rebound corralled by J.K. Thomas. Up the floor and scoring off the window goes Nedeljkov. 33 for the Lions. A quick run of his own. Give the assist on that bucket to J.K. Thomas. Driving in goes Toney. Double clutched on the shot, turning is Politolu. Toney stepped on the baseline before the shot. 14:20 to go in the game, 85-34. That'll send us to a timeout on the floor. Warriors up big in their season opener from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Out of the timeout on the floor, 14-17 to go in the game. Deneen Lual comes in for the Lions. In possession of it is J.K. Thomas. He'll send a pass into the painted area, ripped away by Braylon Toney. Toney driving in, kicks out Macrina. Swinging all the way across court, Shukai. And a reach in and a foul goes against Lambton. Macrina has been hot shooting in this second half. Now has a game-high 21. Brody Parker with 19 and Shukai now up to 10. Shukai needs one more rebound to get a double-double, as does Macrina. He has 9 rebounds to go along with those 21 points. For three, swish. Gunnar Walters for three. Walters with 9. He joins Marzette and White with 9. They'll get Gunnar Walters for the foul. That's his second. Just the second team foul of the half on Rochester. At the free throw line is Jerry Wilson. First one's through for number 4. Wilson with 8 points on the day, comes in averaging 17 per contest. That's good for second on his team behind just J.K. Thomas. Kizlinski comes back in for Lambton. Toney with it at the logo. To Marzette. Walters drives, kicks out Toney. He'll look at a three. Nearly got it to fall, just lipped out. 13 minutes to go in the game. Kizlinski steps back on Walters. Hands off, going to the baseline, floats it up, no. Rebound pulled down by Gunnar Walters. He'll lob it up, and the touch. Excellent job by James Fisher. Went up with the right hand, got it, and just kissed it in. Collision around the three-point line between Marzette and J.K. Thomas. That'll be the third on Marzette, team's third of the half. 12:31 to go in the ball game. At the free throw line is J.K. Thomas. First free throw could give him 20, and he will do just that. 6 of 7 at the line for J.K. Thomas. Second one's up and hung on the rim for a second. It'll pop out. And of course, he'll have one more coming at the free throw line as he was fouled on that three-point try. So far, 1 out of 2, and makes it 2 for 3 at the line for Thomas. Puts him at 21 to tie a game high with Macrina. Marzette flips over to Walters. They'll go cross court for Toney. At the logo with it, Walters. He'll drive left, kick it back outside. Toney for 3. Yes! Braylon Toney's first triple. He's 1 for 2 from distance. Gives him 8 points. Pass deflected by White. Baseline jumper good. Nedjelkov with the bucket. 93-40. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Sports Network, driving Marzette with the contact, but gets it to fall. Warriors showing off their scoring depth as Marzette gets a hand on this, but they'll say foul before that. Possibly got him on the elbow. You've got McRena with 21, Parker with 19, Marzette now in double figures with 11. While Shukai started 0 for 7 from the floor, he's 4 for 12 now, has 10 points, and Brett White has 9. On the other side, as the first free throw good from Thomas, he has 22 now with that free throw. Nedeljkov with 10, Jerry Wilson has 9. And that sums up the scoring for the Lions. 3 players putting the ball in the basket here this evening. Second free throw is good. 2 at the line for J.K. Thomas. 11:23 to go in the game. Tony will walk it to the logo. He's working against Deneen Lual. Payne inside Marzette. Popped it around and down just inside that elbow. This is a Warriors team that last year won 20 games in 2022. They finished tied for third in the conference as Tony laid out for this ball, nearly stolen away. Run up the floater and good. Warriors picked preseason second in the WAC and also received votes in the national poll as well. We'll get a foul on the shot here. The next game for the Warriors will be November 3rd as part of the Travis Bass Classic. They'll take on St. Xavier on November 3rd and Taylor on November 4th. We'll have those for you here on the Rochester Sports Network. Warriors 64.3% from three-point range. They're 56% overall. A three-pointer on this possession, and they'll hit the century mark, 97-46. Fisher with it to Payne. Tony, he'll go up for the three. Offensive rebound pulled down White. Tried to go up with the left hand, had it blocked. But they'll say last touch by the Warriors. And again, stick around on the Rochester Sports Network, as at about 6:30, the women's Warriors team will tip off their season against Lambton as well. Push shot with the right hand, no. Tony was fighting for the loose ball on the floor. They'll say it's off Lambton and out of bounds. And that'll be a media timeout. 9:46 to go in the game. 97-46 your score. Warriors in control of this one on homecoming weekend from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. Out of the media timeout, 9:46 to go in the basketball game. Warriors in full control. They need 3 points on this possession to hit 100 for the games. Fans were on their feet out of the timeout, hoping to hit that century mark here. Fisher slams it down. (99-46). Nedeljkov knocks down the mid-range jumper. Fisher tried to go up for the flush again. This time a foul on the way up. 9:05 to go. Student section just off to our left, just below us. A good bit of alumni over to our left as well, as lining up the free throw is Fisher. First one's good, and the Warriors hit the century mark, 100-48. One more coming for James Fisher at the free throw line. And it's through. James Fisher, 8 points now, has hit a couple at the free throw line. He's 3 for 4 from the floor. Thomas gives off, firing was Nedeljkov off the mark. Second shot, no. Here comes Braylon Toney into the front court. He'll send it across. White for 3. Too strong that time from number 10. Had been 3 for 3 from distance before that shot was Brett White. 101-50. 8:27 to go in the game. Payne swinging around the perimeter for White. Send it across for Toney. Behind a screen, he'll drive in. Lost the handle on the way up. Bounce pass off the foot, looks like, of Brett White. White, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Shooting 3 of 6 for the game. 8 minutes to go. Pulling up, knocking down the shot was Jerry Wilson. Looks like they'll say before the shot, so the bucket is wiped away. 21 seconds still on the possession. He'll pull up for 3. Toney got trapped for a moment in the backcourt, pulling up Rashotka for 3. George Rashotka with that last attempt. .740 to go in the ball game. Couple twos going at it, Thomas and Braylon Toney. He'll throw the pass down low, and very frustrated as there was nobody on the other end of that feed from J.K. Thomas. And he's down at the other end of the floor talking to his big man, Nedeljkov. To the front court comes Braylon Toney. Toney has 8 points on the game. He has it now. He'll go baseline, drives in on Nedeljkov. No, but a whistle and the foul on the lay-in try. He'll have a chance to get into double figures at the free throw line. Again, Toney a year ago averaged just over 4 points per game. Shot it decently well from 3 a year ago, did Toney. 36%, albeit on fairly limited attempts. He's tried a couple of times here today, 1 of 3 from 3-point range. Free throw does fall for him. Has one more coming at the line. It's 102-50. 7:13 to go in the game. Free throw is good. 2 at the line for Braylon Toney. That'll put him into double figures with 10. McRena has 21, Parker with 19, Marzette 13, and now Toney and Shukai each with 10. Very balanced scoring for the Warriors here today. And they'll get a travel on Rochester. They got Cameron Sutton with the travel. 6:45 to go. Driving, Wilson, scoring, and the foul. Mentioned earlier, the Warriors will be back in action next weekend, November 3rd and 4th, right here at Garth Pleasant Arena for the Travis Bass Classic. They'll take on St. Xavier and Taylor next weekend. We'll have that for you here on the Rochester Sports Network. The next game for Lambton will be November 3rd at Niagara. Sutton. Rashatka tries a three. 6:15 to go in the game. Driving, pulling up and scoring is Wilson. Wilson now up to 14 points. He's 4 of 19 from the floor. Hasn't hit a three yet today. He's 0 for 6 there. As pulling it back out towards midcourt is Braylon Toney. 5:45 to go in the game. He'll shake off a screen from Caleb Bird. 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up for 3. Hits the deck, no call. Away with it comes Thomas. Shakes, bakes, lost the handle. Looks like Sutton got a hand in there to disrupt that ball. Couple up fakes from Thomas. He'll drive right, lay it up, and can't spin it in. 5:15 to go. Backing it out, not trying to force the issue is Braylon Toney. Keeps the dribble alive. Now goes right down the lane and scores it. With the finger roll, Braylon Toney. Whistle at the other end of the floor, a foul on Rochester. Looks like they'll get Bird. That's just his first. It'll be the team's 8th. 5 fouls on the other side for the Lions. To the line is Jerry Wilson. Warriors have Bird, Rashatka, Sutton, Toney, and Payne in the ball game. Bit of a smaller lineup for the Warriors. 105-59, 4:50 to go in the game. Sutton driving. He'll go up with the right hand, comes up short. Rebound came away to the Lions and Barrera. Tally a rebound to Caleb Bird there. Directing traffic is Braylon Toney. Ball comes free at midcourt. They'll say it was deflected by Wilson. Floating and scoring goes Toney. Across half court is J.K. Thomas. As we hit 4 minutes to play in the game, he'll send it inside and just too high for Barrera. Gashi comes back in for Lambton. It's the same 5 for the Warriors. Sutton, Tony, Rashatka, Bird, and Payne. Tony looks to the sideline for the play from head coach Clint Pleasant. In his 13th season as head coach, turning just inside the free throw line goes Trey Payne, and he scores the deuce. And mentioned Coach Pleasant in his 13th season. This is the 51st season with one of the Pleasants leading the charge for the Warriors. Of course, Garth Pleasant as well before that. Stopping inside the painted area, kicking it back outside for Barrera. Underhand flip into the middle, going up, kind of a wild shot, no good. That last shot from Doxley. Tony stands with it at the logo. Coach Pleasant still barking out instructions from the far side. Left side drive by Payne, and scores it just outside the elbow. Excellent dribble drive by Trey Payne, a junior from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Steps back, free throw line, puts up a jumper, off the mark, rebound pulled down by Doxley. Three-pointer on the way, comes up short. Warriors rebound by Caleb Bird. 2:15 to go. Extra pass inside on the reverse, and the touch from Caleb Bird, thanks to Trey Payne. 113-59, 1:47 to go in the game. Whistle and a foul on the drive. That'll be the second on Sutton. Warriors 9th. At the free throw line is Deneen Lual. Just 2 points for Lual. Front end is no good. Both of his points have come via the free throw line today. Tony into the front court, 1:35 to go. Passes off for Rashatka. Tony couldn't handle the pass there, able to corral it right in front of his own bench with 3 on the shot clock, puts up the shot. You've got to be kidding me. He swishes it through with 2 on the shot clock. 116-59, pass comes inside, swatted away by the Warriors. And looks like we'll get a reach in and a foul. How about that? Braylon Tony triples his second 3 of the day with 2 seconds on the shot clock. 63 seconds to go in the game. At the free throw line is Doxley. First free throw off the heel. Second free throw, same thing off the back end. Warriors students just off to our left started jangling their keys on those free throw attempts, trying to distract Evander Doxley. 50 seconds to go in the game. 12 on the shot clock. Tony still in possession with it. He works against Lual. Jab step driving in. Some arms ripping at the ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They won't get a shot off. Tried to send it forward for Deneen Lual. Bit of a late shot clock violation call there from the officiating crew. We'll send it back down the other way. 32.1 to go in the game. 116-59. Looks like Lambton will just dribble out the time. There's about a 1 second difference between clocks. So kind of same thing as the end of that first half, just about a 1 second difference. Braylon Toney will send it across half court and just dribble out the time, and that will do it. Warriors open the season with a victory. 116-59 is your final score from Garth Pleasant Arena. We'll get you some final stats from this one before we sign off. And again, reminder, the women's basketball game will start in just a short while, so stick with us. Warriors shoot 55.9% from three. They shot 19 of 34 from distance. They went 53% from the floor overall. J.K. Thomas finished with a game-high 29 points, but Brandon McRena added 21 for the Warriors. Brody Parker finishes with 19 on 5 of 6 shooting from three-point range. Braylon Toney, a brilliant 17-point performance, added 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Kaylin Marzette finishes with 13 points, had a rebound and an assist as well. And Anthony Shukai shook off the slow start shooting. He finishes with 10 points, 9 boards, and 3 assists. So for SID Hussein Murray, I'm Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 116 and Lambton College 59. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Sports Network.